Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this edition of Reporter's Notebook. I'm Emily Cervarich here in our digital studio. For those of you who have not watched Reporter's Notebook before, it's where we get a chance to sit down with some of 9 on Your Side's reporters at the end of their day when they finish up with their stories and kind of chat about their daily life as a reporter, what they did today, who they got to talk to, what stories they covered, and just dive a little deeper into those. So today we're joined by 9 on Your Side's Ariana Kraft.
Hello.
Ariana is here in the digital studio with us. And Ariana, what are some of those stories that you worked on for this Friday?
So today I worked on a story regarding Blunt's Creek in Beaufort County, and there has been an ongoing court battle regarding this specific creek. And what that court battle is it's between SELC and Sound Rivers, and they're going against Martin Marietta, which is a company that wants to have a quarry there and they want to mine for limestone. It's consequently having the wastewater going into Blunt's Creek, and that has upset environmental groups and people who live around the area. And I was able to speak with someone who has been involved in the case, and he explained their concerns because Blunt's Creek is a very old creek. Some experts say 20,000 years old, and they have diverse species in the creek, and they are concerned that that wastewater and discharge will ultimately ruin some of that habitat and pollute the creek and flood it essentially. So that is what I covered, and this court battle has been going on for years, and it has now will be reached and go before the state Supreme Court. So we're not sure when the case will be seen in court, but that is what's going on right now.
Wow, that is crazy. That's been going on for years, and they're finally making it to the state Supreme Court. That's a big deal. That's a big case to make it that far.
Yeah.
And especially, dealing with, especially right now with COVID-19 environmental issues, people are really trying to hound down on climate change and environmental issues, and just making sure that we're making our environment, the place that we live, safe and healthy and prosperous. So that's a really interesting thing you got to cover today.
Yeah.
And especially, it's also difficult, I'm sure, trying to figure out how to balance that with trying to have a quarry there, because quarries are great natural resources that people use as well for limestone and for other kinds of quartz and things like that. So it's kind of like a toss-up, but you got to look after the habitat and the environment that's already there as well, and the species that are living in that creek. So that's really cool. And then a lot of people don't know this about reporters, but a lot of the reporters do 2 stories a day. Some people may not realize that. We don't really get to talk about it that often, but a lot of the time reporters have one big main story for the day, and then they have a not as big story. I don't want to say small story, but they have a not so big story that they kind of have a mention in and they get video footage of, and maybe they interview somebody, but it's not as long as the main story that they're doing. So Ariana, talk to me a little bit about those stories and what yours was for today.
Yeah, so on a little bit of a lighter note, I went out and I spoke with some people just to talk about their 4th of July plans, because as we all know, with the coronavirus pandemic, many celebrations and fireworks have been canceled, although some cities and towns are still holding some things with social distancing and restrictions. But I spoke with quite a few people who really said that they're going to just kind of lay low this year. For some, it's not worth the risk, they said, to go out and possibly expose themselves. So a lot of people I spoke with said that they're just going to kick back with some close family members and, maybe cook out on the grill and just kind of chill out this year, have a little bit of a different 4th of July celebration.
Awesome. I know that's what my family's doing. They don't want to, go to the beach, and their fireworks celebrations have been canceled where they're living. So they're just going to grill out and relax in the backyard. Right. Hopefully it's, a little cooler up north than it's going to be here in North Carolina this weekend. But they were like, we're just going to relax, spend some time with family. So, it's a great weekend to do that. Yeah. So I hope people get the opportunity to spend time with their loved ones and close family and friends for this holiday weekend, because that's what this is all about, is celebrating for this weekend. So Thank you, Ariana, so much for joining us. If you guys want some more information on the stories that Ariana covered for today, you can watch it at our news at 6 o'clock tonight. And it will also be, some information on those stories will also be on our website, WNCT.com. All right, thanks so much for watching.